Coming up on Look Today, well, we've got continuing coverage of our look at education as we speak to the Queensbury School District. I've got details. And Hadley Luzerne School District will introduce important health programs to raise awareness on the heroin and opioid epidemic. More on that coming up. Plus, the Rockman Record Club, Saratoga, delved into the history of the rock album Aqualung by Jethro Tull. Yep, we got details on that too. It's all ahead on Look Today. Welcome everyone, I'm Jay Hood Jackson and this is Look Today. On tonight's program, I sit down with Amy Stanhart. She's Councilwoman at Large for Clifton Park and she's here to discuss the upcoming Clifton Park Cleanup Day and how you can get involved. I also sit down with John Mazzacchio. He's president of the Mendelssohn Club and we're joined by Jeffrey Vredenberg. He's the conductor for the club and they're here to talk about their upcoming concert. Plus, we've got your weather for the Tri-North counties, but first, these headline stories. Well, in our lead story, we have continuing coverage of our look at education. The Queensbury Board of Education adopted a $60 million budget proposal during this week's meeting. Now, the school budget will maintain current programs and services for students. Eligible residents will vote on the proposal on Tuesday, May 17. Well, out of all the school districts we've spoken to, Queensbury has the largest budget and the largest increase, 4.4%. Now, despite this increase, the budget will still remain under the tax cap. Well, we spoke to the Assistant Superintendent of Business, Scott Whittemore.
Being under the tax cap is always a priority for Queensbury. We're very recognizing the challenges of our taxpayers, but we also know that they want to support a strong educational program that the students can get here. So I think we've really reached the right balance between a tax cap compliant budget, but also meeting the instructional needs for the district.
Well, all right, another news. Well, we were telling you yesterday that Hadley Luzerne School District will be implementing important programs to educate students on the heroin and opioid epidemic. Now, in their proposed budget of $20 million, which will be passed on May 16, the school will hire health educators to help raise awareness of this terrible epidemic that is plaguing all of our communities. Well, we spoke to Beecher Baker. He's a superintendent of the Lake Luzerne School District.
Really, that prevention comes from being well educated about it, understanding the risks that are assumed in these situations, and understanding that it can touch everyone. All facets of society, doesn't matter who you are, and we try to educate our best on that, and the fact that these drugs are physically addictive. So you know, when they try these things, and even the gateway drugs, we talk about obviously everything to try to inform our students. So.
Wow, strong approach there. Switching from news to weather. Well, today saw increased winds, temperatures, they dropped down in the 40s. Let's see how the rest of the week is shaping up. For a more detailed look at our weather, we're going to head to the Glens Falls Weather Center for a look at your first forecast.
Thank you, Jesse. As we take a look at the first look forecast right now, we're going to continue to watch this cold frontal boundary slipping our way, still stirring up some showers and thunderstorms across much of the northeast. Another potent low pressure area giving some heavier wet weather, even a chance of severe weather across portions of the northern plains, and eventually that low pushes across the Great Lakes region before sliding further south over the coming days. For us, that means some wet weather tonight. Temperatures still well above freezing thanks to a warm front that did push through. Even Bangor, Maine, about 36 for the overnight lows. 48 Albany, 50 Scranton, 58 Pittsburgh, 54 in our nation's capital. So we do expect to see upper 40s with some light showers, otherwise overcast skies, maybe in a few periods of moderate rain thrown in there, but that will all end by the early morning hours of tomorrow. See partly sunny skies, wind shifting north. Temperatures still not bad at all, highs 63. Heading out the door, we'll see some spotty showers. For the most part, all that rain coming to a quick end as we drive that morning commute. Mostly cloudy skies hang in there, and we'll see that sunshine as you saw back out Thursday. However, also we've seen that low back out to our west. That's going to bring another round of showers showers and thunderstorms with us by Friday. So another decent wet weather maker expected to round out our work week. High 61, temperatures drop back down the 50s throughout the weekend. We could still see a few passing showers as we head into Sunday. High 58, morning lows to start the Sunday morning and also Monday morning off into the upper 30s. Well, that's it from the First Look Weather Center. Now let's send it back to you, Jesse.
Thanks, Brent. All right, back to the news. Well, the Rockman Record Club in Saratoga held their monthly listening party last night. Now, this one was at Cafe Lena, as Universal Preservation Hall is now closing for renovations. Well, this edition of Rockman delved into the rock album Aqualung by Jethro Tull. Chuck Voskanian, the host of the show, gave some valuable insights into the history of the making of this album and the players who were involved in creating this really classic album. Well, we were at the event and we spoke to Chuck.
It was really a great opportunity for Universal Preservation Hall to support the creative arts, and also for us to tie in with Cafe Lena, which has certainly been supporting the creative arts for so long.
Up next, I sit down with Amy Stanhart. She's a councilwoman at large for Clifton Park, and she's here to discuss the upcoming Clifton Park Cleanup Day and how you can get involved. Plus, I also sit down with John Musacchio. He's president of the Mendelssohn Club, and we're joined by Jeffrey Vredenberg. He's a conductor for the club, and they're here to talk about their upcoming concert. But first, if you see news happening, you want to share a story idea, how about join us for an interview? Give us a call on the hotline. The number is 798-8000. Well, that's all the time we have for this edition of Look Today. I've got a couple of lookouts. Last night, you might have noted, in one of our stories, we were telling you that the Adirondack Museum in Blue Mountain Lake is changing their name to Adirondack Experience. And we were up there for a meeting the other day, and it's really something because it's also their 60th anniversary. And to celebrate that, one of the things they're doing, one of the major things they're doing, is opening a whole new exhibition hall. And it's very interactive and very modern, very progressive. So you can see why they want to change it from the Adirondack Museum to Adirondack Experience. And we'll be covering a lot of events that will be taking place at the Experience in the course of the next 3 and 4 months. So best of luck to them. Also, the Rockman Record Club. This is a very interesting experiment that's going on, and everyone here at Look Media, we're underwriting this. So we're one of the corporate sponsors for it. And last night was wonderful. Community came out, the place was packed, and Chuck Voskanian did a very, very thorough review of a really classic album that changed culture at that time period. Rumor has it the next one is Asia by Steely Dan. And if you know that album, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, last but not least, Facebook. A reminder, go to Facebook. Tell us what you think. We're always interested. Tonight on Look TV, Saratoga City Council meeting. It's a new one. And don't forget, tune in tomorrow night for the stories that matter to you. Good night, everyone.